Can you break down your cost of living in Cali versus in the Philippines?
So, I have a house in California, right? And I got it it was like after the housing crisis back in 2008, 2011. So it was during that time when I got it. So my mortgage is pretty low, way lower than the average individual that's only renting in California.
Right.
So it's like quadruple the lower price. So even though I pay very low mortgage in California, there's that aspect of the cost of living, the
Yep.
groceries, the insurance, and the monthly bills and all that stuff.
Right.
Pretty high. So I would say my experience here in BGC, living here in the Philippines in BGC, I think it's twice as cheaper.
Wow.
So let me elaborate on that.
Yeah.
McDonald's. McDonald's in California, McDonald's in BGC. So I was talking to my wife about this a couple of times. The amount of food that my wife and I purchase in McDonald's is like twice as cheaper as it is in California. So I got a Big Mac, she got a Big Mac.
Yeah.
She got one of those like ice cream flurry or something.
the
Right. McFlurry,
Yeah.
which works. The ice cream machine works
It works.
here in BGC.
Yeah.
So compared to in the States, we're like, yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
You can't purchase that. Yeah, it's not working. So here we got the two large Big Mac meal, the McFlurry, and then some chicken nuggets on the side. That right there is like less than $20.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Easy. Too easy. Less than $20. And that's not without a tip for the delivery guy. Now, compared to the United States, you're going to be spending like twice as that.
Yeah.
As much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. I mean, not only that though, something I noticed about fast food in the Philippines is that it actually tastes better here.
Yeah.
Something I noticed about that, McDonald's, for example.
Yeah.
It's like less processed in a way,
Right.
a little bit
Right.
more fresh.
Right.
So I found even fast food here tastes better.
Yeah.
But that's just one example of how much more affordable it is in the Philippines than
Right.
back in the States.
Yeah.
You stayed here in the Philippines for how long so far? Because you're not here permanently.
No. So I'm just here, every 4 to 6 months.
6 months.
I spend a couple of weeks over here, and if I'm lucky enough, I get to spend longer.
Nice.
For example, like this time around, I spent about almost 3 weeks. So lucky enough to spend much time over here.
So you're going back and forth
Yes.
between Middle East and
Yes.
Philippines.
Yes.
So in your time here in the Philippines, can you give us like a ballpark estimate of how much you spend in BGC? And by the way, really quick, Michael's cost of living does slightly differ than the average expat moving to BGC because he did purchase his condo in full in BGC, 1 bedroom, for around $200,000. And before we dive deeper into how much Michael spends in light of the new year and also upon heavy requests from you guys, I created a free 15-step checklist to assist you in your move to the Philippines. Look, it may seem very easy to move to quote-unquote paradise, but these past couple of months, after having spoken to countless of expats that have moved here to the Philippines, they all have one common denominator between all of them. They've all experienced some sort of setback or roadblock because they didn't have access to the right knowledge or resources. And that's exactly what this free 15-step checklist solves. It's a simple, non-BS action plan to enact for a successful move to the Philippines. Opening up a bank account, acquiring your tourist visa, exchanging money, the whole works. To a T, I have simplified the entire initial moving process in an all-in-one document for you at no cost whatsoever. So if you're serious about taking that next step into your happy retired life, do claim your free checklist in the link down below. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that, like for because whenever I'm on vacation, I pretty much don't look at
that.
Yeah, I just don't look at that. So let's just say that I spent about less than $50 per day
Less than $50
for food. And transportation, I spent about less than $10,
Yeah.
less than $15.
For sure, BGC is like a
Yeah.
walking type of city. Everything's within distance.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I say that about like transportation, spending money on transportation, is that from BGC to Valenzuela or
Yeah.
Caloocan is like about an hour and a half, maybe like far away from BGC. Yeah, so it's fairly cheap, man.
Yeah.
It's fairly cheap.
Very affordable to live here.
Affordable.
Yeah.
like, for
So
me.
what struck me about like hearing your story and everything is that you spent most of your time outside of the Philippines of your life.
Yes.
And when I look at other expats moving to the Philippines, they typically rent.
Right.
But you decided to buy
Yeah.
in BGC. You
Yeah.
bought a condo here.
Yeah.
A one bedroom, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So it shows me like you really wanted to live in the city. Yeah.
That first experience of me visiting BGC, being here, it got me like, okay, I want to buy something here. I want to buy something with my name on it. And for me, it's just like, cool. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
It didn't happen like maybe a decade later, but throughout that time, it's still in the back of my head. I'm like, I want it. I want it. I want it. So I did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how has your experience been buying in the Philippines?
So far, the whole documentation and having to have the prerequisite, it's kind of challenging for me. It's a new experience. It's the same type of process, but different experience compared to buying a mortgage, like having a mortgage in the States.
Right.
For example, here in BGC or here in the Philippines, I need to have a proof of identification, of course. It's kind of hard for me since I'm not a Filipino citizen.
Oh, you're still American citizen.
I'm still an American citizen.
Right.
I only have like an American passport, and okay, sometimes they do give a leeway type of like they relax on it for Filipinos. For me, I'm considered as balikbayan.
Yeah.
Yeah, since I lived here the first 12 years, so there's that. So identification was a big thing. Banking was the second thing. My experience with banking was like, okay, it's kind of slow. It's a slow process over here in the Philippines.
Right.
So you gotta be really patient, and you gotta be really patient to deal with the banking over here. And I guess it has a lot of things to do with prior like scamming and stuff. There's big
just
on
things
that.
to watch out for.
Right, things to watch out for.